going to take an unforgettable journey. Viewer discretion is advised. The Incredible Singh.
Yo, this is the one, the only, the Incredible Singh. Thank you so much for tuning in to another episode of the Incredible Livecast. This is a show where I get to talk about things that affect us, well, I guess me, and I want to know how they affect you as well. Everything affects us in different ways, so you can email me at theincrediblesing@hotmail.com. But like every week, we get this show started off with a bang. Let's get into this week's Song in 60 Seconds, and it goes to Deep Jandu style. He has come up and above and beyond just the Call of Duty when it comes to music, and his vocals are on point. Everything that's been coming out with, I don't know if you guys remember that fiasco last year sometime, where he's copying other people's music. Ever since then, everything has been absolutely amazing. I don't even know of a track that he's done that actually is subpar. So I'm really looking forward to the new music that he's coming out with this year, but that's why this song in itself talks about it doesn't matter who you are, where you came from, what you're doing. It's just a matter of showcasing your style, not necessarily for anybody else, but for you and for yourself only. So without further ado, let's get into this week's track, Deep Jandu style. Here we go on the Incredible Livecast.
ਸ਼ੇਰ ਸਾਹਮਣੇ ਨਾ ਜੱਜਦੇ ਸਟਾਈਲ ਸਾਡੇ ਕਿਸੇ ਹੋਰ ਨੂੰ ਸ਼ੇਰਾਂ ਦੇ ਗਰੂਰ ਬਸ ਸ਼ੇਰ ਸਾਹਮਣੇ ਨਾ ਜੱਜਦੇ ਸਟਾਈਲ ਸਾਡੇ ਕਿਸੇ ਹੋਰ ਨੂੰ ਉਹ ਨਜ਼ਰ ਨਾ ਲੱਗੇ ਮਿੱਤਰਾਂ ਦੀ ਟੋਰ ਨੂੰ ਨਾ ਰਿਕਾਰਡ ਬੋਲਦੇ ਨਾ ਜਿਗਰ ਬੋਲਦੇ ਉਹ ਬੈਰਲਾਂ ਚੜਾਉਂਦੇ ਸ਼ੇਰ ਸਾਹਮਣੇ ਨਾ ਜੱਜਦੇ ਸਟਾਈਲ ਸਾਡੇ ਕਿਸੇ ਹੋਰ ਨੂੰ ਸ਼ੇਰਾਂ ਦੇ ਗਰੂਰ ਬਸ ਸ਼ੇਰ ਸਾਹਮਣੇ ਨਾ ਜੱਜਦੇ ਸਟਾਈਲ ਸਾਡੇ ਕਿਸੇ ਹੋਰ ਨੂੰ ਉਹ ਨਜ਼ਰ ਨਾ ਲੱਗੇ ਮਿੱਤਰਾਂ ਦੀ ਟੋਰ ਨੂੰ ਸ਼ੇਰ ਸਾਹਮਣੇ ਨਾ ਜੱਜਦੇ ਸਟਾਈਲ ਸਾਡੇ ਕਿਸੇ ਹੋਰ ਨੂੰ ਸ਼ੇਰਾਂ ਦੇ ਗਰੂਰ ਬਸ ਸ਼ੇਰ ਸਾਹਮਣੇ ਨਾ ਜੱਜਦੇ ਸਟਾਈਲ ਸਾਡੇ ਕਿਸੇ ਹੋਰ ਨੂੰ ਉਹ ਨਜ਼ਰ ਨਾ ਲੱਗੇ ਮਿੱਤਰਾਂ ਦੀ ਟੋਰ ਨੂੰ ਚੇਲਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਮਿਲੇ ਜੱਟ ਨਹੀਂ ਉਹ ਕਰਦਾ ਲੀਡਰਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਲੀਡ ਕਰਦੀ ਏ ਸ਼ੇਰ ਸਾਹਮਣੇ ਨਾ ਜੱਜਦੇ ਸਟਾਈਲ ਸਾਡੇ ਕਿਸੇ ਹੋਰ ਨੂੰ ਸ਼ੇਰਾਂ ਦੇ ਗਰੂਰ ਬਸ ਸ਼ੇਰ ਸਾਹਮਣੇ ਨਾ ਜੱਜਦੇ ਸਟਾਈਲ ਸਾਡੇ ਕਿਸੇ ਹੋਰ ਨੂੰ ਉਹ ਨਜ਼ਰ ਨਾ ਲੱਗੇ ਮਿੱਤਰਾਂ ਦੀ ਟੋਰ ਨੂੰ ਉਹ ਨਜ਼ਰ ਨਾ ਲੱਗੇ ਮਿੱਤਰਾਂ ਦੀ ਟੋਰ ਨੂੰ Jandu
Sat Sri Akal ji, Sat Sri Akal ji, oh, Sat Sri Akal ji. Welcome back to the show. I was thinking about a number of different things this past weekend, and a lot of the work that we're doing this month is to give back to the community, or at least that's what I'm doing. I talked a little bit about that last week. Now it's a little bit more solid. This past weekend, there was a 50-50 weekend. We've got a couple of guys going up, living on a platform for 50 hours, 50 feet above the air in Clayton Heights. And, it's a great cause. It's for the Ride to Survive. It's for cancer research. And there's a lot of opportunities for cancer, the research, the foundations that are involved. But at the same time, you got these events going on, doing a great thing. There's also the politics behind it as well. That's what these companies are. I mean, it's hard to really say, who's right, who's wrong, how it should be run, how it's not supposed to be run. People that are working together, at the end of the day, the people who are running their company are the ones that, want to make the decisions, the right decisions for the company to better the future and move on going forward from there. One of the key decisions that they made was doing this 50-50 weekend, which is what we've done annually or every few months. Nothing that we do back to back. I think it was 1, 2, 3, somewhere, whatever it was. But they decided that they're going to do it 3 weekends in a row. And then the 4th weekend is actually the Ride to Survive itself. I don't know. Is that a smart decision for the people that are supporting? That basically means they have to give up 4 weekends in a row to be participating for these events. I don't think you're going to have enough volunteers to do that, or at least the same volunteers to be able to do that or handle that in the first place. It's one thing to give back to the community and do this work, which is absolutely stunning. But to be doing this 4 weekends in a row, well, 3 weekends in a row is the 50-50s, and the 4th weekend is the actual ride itself. Prepping for that, like a lot of your training comes in for, let me backtrack a little bit. The training that I'm talking about, the actual Ride to Survive is a group of people who are raising funds and awareness for cancer research. What they do is they bicycle from Kelowna to Delta in 1 day. So that's like 400 kilometers or something like that, right? So basically it just takes the full day. Like you're basically cycling for I think like 10 or 12 hours or something like that straight, with breaks of course, stop for water break, grab a bite to eat, and the amount of energy and the amount of awareness this brings is absolutely huge. It's an amazing event. There's you definitely generate a sense of pride when you do these events, this type of an event. So when it comes to the 50-50, it's another, it's not as grueling compared to the actual ride itself, but it's still, it's 50 hours that you're participating for this. And it's not just 50 hours, like there's a prep up to it, and then once they come down, then the prep, the cleanup and all that sort of stuff that happens afterwards, the media attention that happens at the end of it. So it's a lot of work. It's a lot of man hours or woman hours, or let's say person hours, and kids are involved. It's a great thing. But yeah, just something that I thought was very interesting is that they're going to do it that many weekends in a row. So this weekend coming up, they're doing it in Richmond. I forgot the name of the place, but basically it's Stevenson and Number 5 is where they're doing the 50-50 this weekend, and the following weekend after that it's going to be at Scottsdale Mall in Surrey on Scott Road and 72. So definitely come out. We definitely appreciate any help that you can give. If you want to volunteer, definitely hit us up. Or you can hit me up directly, theincrediblesingh@hotmail.com. You can contact the Ride to Survive. So that's RIDE to survive.ca, and you can contact them, or any of the other people. If you know somebody that's involved, then definitely contact them and let us know what works for you there. Oddly enough, I was reading an article, and they're saying that now in America, well, some American journal, whether it's true or not, we'll see. I mean, this is posted for this here. Actually, maybe it's not legit, because now the date it's saying Tuesday, June the 5th. But anyways, I'll talk about it real quick anyways. So cancer, there's so many different people who say there's a cure and so many stigmas around it with, you know, there's so much money, pharmaceutical companies being involved, and the research that goes behind it. They're putting a lot of effort into doing the research, but not really finding the cure. Conspiracy theory? Maybe, possibly, I don't know. I don't have the answer. Again, it's just conspiracy. But if they're saying that marijuana is able to cure cancer, or whatever, some jargon that they use for the properties that it holds, then they should be using it. That's the bottom line. I saw another article, I want to say like maybe 4 or 5 months ago, saying that B12 and all the B vitamins, there's a special compound that you can use with B vitamins to inject directly into the cancer cells or the tumor itself, and it starts fading away after like a few months. So, you know, when you talk to your doctor about cancer research, chemo is very painful. It makes you feel sick and nauseous. Like, why do you want to feel worse than you already are when you can do these types of other remedies and potentially get rid of the cancer that way? So, I don't know. Let me know what you think. I'm the Incredible Singh, and I don't know. Let's just play some music. I'll talk about something else on the other side.
ਮਾਣ ਹੋ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਦੂਣਾ ਜੱਟੀ ਦਾ ਤੇਰੀ ਕੱਢੀ ਹੋਈ ਰੈਲੀ ਵੇਖ ਕੇ ਤੇਰਾ ਰੋਬਿਆ ਪਸੰਦ ਮੁੰਡਿਆ ਮੁੱਛ ਮੋੜਦਾ ਤੂੰ ਵੈਲੀ ਵੇਖ ਕੇ ਮਾਣ ਹੋ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਦੂਣਾ ਜੱਟੀ ਦਾ ਤੇਰੀ ਕੱਢੀ ਹੋਈ ਰੈਲੀ ਵੇਖ ਕੇ ਤੇਰਾ ਰੋਬਿਆ ਪਸੰਦ ਮੁੰਡਿਆ ਮੁੱਛ ਮੋੜਦਾ ਤੂੰ ਵੈਲੀ ਵੇਖ ਕੇ ਆਉਂਦੇ ਨਾ ਵਲੈਤੀ ਸੁਪਨੇ ਤੇ ਨਾ ਕੋਈ ਫਰਾਰੀ ਆਉਂਦੀ ਐ ਮੇਰੇ ਸੁਪਨੇ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਸੋਹਣਿਆ ਬਸ ਤੇਰੀ ਸਰਦਾਰੀ ਆਉਂਦੀ ਐ ਮੇਰੇ ਸੁਪਨੇ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਸੋਹਣਿਆ ਬਸ ਤੇਰੀ ਸਰਦਾਰੀ ਆਉਂਦੀ ਐ ਅੱਖ ਰੱਖਦਾ ਮੈਂ ਕੈਟ ਵਾਕਾਂ ਤੇ ਇਸ ਗੱਲ ਦਾ ਸਕੂਨ ਬਾਲਾ ਏ ਤੇਰੇ ਦਿਲ ਵਿੱਚ ਵੇਖ ਚੋਬਰਾ ਤੇਰੇ ਪਿਆਰ ਦਾ ਜਨੂਨ ਬਾਲਾ ਏ ਨਾਲ ਖੜੂ ਪੌਣੇ 6 ਫੁੱਟ ਦੀ ਸੋਚ ਦਿਲ 'ਚ ਪਿਆਰੀ ਆਉਂਦੀ ਐ ਤੇਰੇ ਸੁਪਨੇ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਸੋਹਣਿਆ ਬਸ ਤੇਰੀ ਸਰਦਾਰੀ ਆਉਂਦੀ ਐ ਤੇਰੇ ਸੁਪਨੇ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਸੋਹਣਿਆ ਬਸ ਤੇਰੀ ਸਰਦਾਰੀ ਆਉਂਦੀ ਐ
Oye, cariño, quiero que sepas que mis sueños son maravillosos, porque tú siempre estás en ellos. Te estoy esperando.
ਓ ਯਾਰਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਵੀ ਰੱਖੇ ਟੌਪ ਤੇ ਮੇਰੇ ਲਈ ਵੀ ਪਿਆਰ ਸੁੱਚਾ ਏ ਜਿਸਮਾਂ ਤੇ ਨਹੀਂ ਰੁਕਦੀ ਉਹਦੀ ਸੋਚਦਾ ਮਿਆਰ ਉੱਚਾ ਏ ਇੱਕ ਰਾਤ ਦਾ ਸਟੈਂਡ ਕਾਸ ਤੋਂ ਇਹ ਦੁਨੀਆ ਖਲਾਰੀ ਆਉਂਦੀ ਐ ਤੇਰੇ ਸੁਪਨੇ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਸੋਹਣਿਆ ਬਸ ਤੇਰੀ ਸਰਦਾਰੀ ਆਉਂਦੀ ਐ ਤੇਰੇ ਸੁਪਨੇ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਸੋਹਣਿਆ ਬਸ ਤੇਰੀ ਸਰਦਾਰੀ ਆਉਂਦੀ ਐ ਬਰੰਡਾ 'ਚ ਬਰੂਦੀ ਲੁੱਕ ਵੇ ਪਾਇਆ ਕੁੜਤਾ ਖਰੂਦੀ ਠੁੱਕ ਵੇ ਨਾ ਕਰਦਾ ਸਮਾਟ ਗਿਰੀਆਂ ਗੱਲ ਖੜਵੀਂ ਹੀ ਪਾਉਂਦੀ ਖੁੱਦ ਵੇ ਵੇਖ ਕੇ ਵਜੂਦ ਲਾਲੀ ਦਾ ਸਮੋਕੀ ਹੋਟੀਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਠਾਰੀ ਆਉਂਦੀ ਐ ਤੇਰੇ ਸੁਪਨੇ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਸੋਹਣਿਆ ਬਸ ਤੇਰੀ ਸਰਦਾਰੀ ਆਉਂਦੀ ਐ ਤੇਰੇ ਸੁਪਨੇ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਸੋਹਣਿਆ ਬਸ ਤੇਰੀ ਸਰਦਾਰੀ ਆਉਂਦੀ ਐ ਬਸ ਤੇਰੀ ਸਰਦਾਰੀ ਆਉਂਦੀ ਐ ਬਸ ਤੇਰੀ ਸਰਦਾਰੀ ਆਉਂਦੀ ਐ ਨਾਲ ਲੜ ਲੜ ਕੇ ਵੇ ਮੈਂ ਤੇਰੇ ਨਾਲ ਪਗਾਉਂਦੀ ਯਾਰੀਆਂ ਮਾਪਿਆਂ ਨਾਲ ਲੜ ਲੜ ਕੇ ਵੇ ਮੈਂ ਤੇਰੇ ਨਾਲ ਪਗਾਉਂਦੀ ਯਾਰੀਆਂ ਤੈਨੂੰ ਵੇਖਣੇ ਨੂੰ ਚੰਨ ਮੇਰਿਆ ਤੈਨੂੰ ਵੇਖਣੇ ਨੂੰ ਚੰਨ ਮੇਰਿਆ ਅੱਖਾਂ ਖੋਲ ਕੇ ਜਵਾਰੇ ਦੀਆਂ ਬਾਰੀਆਂ ਮਾਪਿਆਂ ਨਾਲ ਲੜ ਲੜ ਕੇ ਵੇ ਮੈਂ ਤੇਰੇ ਨਾਲ ਪਗਾਉਂਦੀ ਯਾਰੀਆਂ ਮਾਪਿਆਂ ਨਾਲ ਲੜ ਲੜ ਕੇ ਵੇ ਮੈਂ ਤੇਰੇ ਨਾਲ ਪਗਾਉਂਦੀ ਯਾਰੀਆਂ
Trust, oh, and baby it's a must, oh, ਸਾਡੇ ਦਿਲ ਨੇ ਤੇ ਲਾਈਆਂ ਤੇਰੇ ਨਾਲ ਯਾਰੀਆਂ oh, girl it's all about trust, oh, and baby it's a must, oh, ਸਾਡੇ ਦਿਲ ਨੇ ਤੇ ਲਾਈਆਂ ਤੇਰੇ ਨਾਲ ਯਾਰੀਆਂ
ਸਾਰੀ ਸਾਰੀ ਰਾਤ ਚੰਨਾ ਜਾਗ ਕੇ ਲੰਘਾਉਂਦੀਆਂ ਲੱਗਦੀ ਨਾ ਅੱਖ ਕੂੰਜ ਵਾਂਗੂ ਕਰ ਲਾਉਣੀਆਂ ਵੇ ਤੂੰ ਕਹਿਰਾਂ ਨਾਲ ਫਿਰੇ ਹੱਸਦਾ ਵੇ ਤੂੰ ਕਹਿਰਾਂ ਨਾਲ ਫਿਰੇ ਹੱਸਦਾ ਸਾਡੇ ਦਿਲ ਤੇ ਚਲਾ ਕੇ ਹਾਰੀਆਂ ਮਾਪਿਆਂ ਨਾਲ ਲੜ ਲੜ ਕੇ ਵੇ ਮੈਂ ਤੇਰੇ ਨਾਲ ਪਗਾਉਂਦੀ ਯਾਰੀਆਂ ਮਾਪਿਆਂ ਨਾਲ ਲੜ ਲੜ ਕੇ ਵੇ ਮੈਂ ਤੇਰੇ ਨਾਲ ਪਗਾਉਂਦੀ ਯਾਰੀਆਂ
Don't bother tell me I don't care for you. Don't bother tell me I'm not there for you. Don't bother tell me you don't trust my love. Don't bother tell me everything I do just isn't enough. I think I want you girl every night and day. No other girl in all the world could ever take your place. Cause every time I turn around all I see is your face. Cause you're the one I really want. You're my number one.
ਸਦਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਸਾਡੇ ਉੱਤੇ ਇਹ ਦਿਨ ਰਹਿਣੇ ਵੇ ਆਖਰ ਨੂੰ ਮੁੱਲ ਬਸ ਸੱਚਿਆਂ ਦੇ ਪੈਣੇ ਵੇ ਕਦੇ ਕਰਦਾ ਸੀ ਗੱਲਾਂ ਮਿੱਠੀਆਂ ਕਰਦਾ ਸੀ ਗੱਲਾਂ ਮਿੱਠੀਆਂ ਹੁਣ ਉਹੀ ਗੱਲਾਂ ਕਰੇ ਖਾਰੀਆਂ ਮਾਪਿਆਂ ਨਾਲ ਲੜ ਲੜ ਕੇ ਵੇ ਮੈਂ ਤੇਰੇ ਨਾਲ ਪਗਾਉਂਦੀ ਯਾਰੀਆਂ ਮਾਪਿਆਂ ਨਾਲ ਲੜ ਲੜ ਕੇ ਵੇ ਮੈਂ ਤੇਰੇ ਨਾਲ ਪਗਾਉਂਦੀ ਯਾਰੀਆਂ
Trust, oh, and baby it's a must, oh, ਸਾਡੇ ਦਿਲ ਨੇ ਤੇ ਲਾਈਆਂ ਤੇਰੇ ਨਾਲ ਯਾਰੀਆਂ oh, girl it's all about trust, oh, and baby it's a must, oh, ਸਾਡੇ ਦਿਲ ਨੇ ਤੇ ਲਾਈਆਂ ਤੇਰੇ ਨਾਲ ਯਾਰੀਆਂ
ਰੱਬ ਨਾਲ ਵੱਧ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਤੇਰੇ ਉੱਤੇ ਮਾਣ ਵੇ ਬਾਦਲਾ ਤੂੰ ਗੱਲ ਕਦੇ ਦਿਲ ਦੀ ਤਾਂ ਜਾਣ ਵੇ ਸਾਡਾ ਦੱਸ ਦੇ ਕਸੂਰ ਸੋਹਣਿਆ ਸਾਡਾ ਦੱਸ ਦੇ ਕਸੂਰ ਸੋਹਣਿਆ ਇਹ ਤੂੰ ਕਿਹੜੀ ਗੱਲੋਂ ਅੱਖਾਂ ਫੇਰੀਆਂ ਮਾਪਿਆਂ ਨਾਲ ਲੜ ਲੜ ਕੇ ਤੇ ਮੈਂ ਤੇਰੇ ਨਾਲ ਪਗਾਉਂਦੀ ਯਾਰੀਆਂ ਮਾਪਿਆਂ ਨਾਲ ਲੜ ਲੜ ਕੇ ਤੇ ਮੈਂ ਤੇਰੇ ਨਾਲ ਪਗਾਉਂਦੀ ਯਾਰੀਆਂ ਤੈਨੂੰ ਵੇਖਣੇ ਨੂੰ ਚੰਨ ਮੇਰਿਆ ਤੈਨੂੰ ਵੇਖਣੇ ਨੂੰ ਚੰਨ ਮੇਰਿਆ ਅੱਖਾਂ ਖੋਲ ਕੇ ਜਵਾਰੇ ਦੀਆਂ ਬਾਰੀਆਂ ਮਾਪਿਆਂ ਨਾਲ ਲੜ ਲੜ ਕੇ ਤੇ ਮੈਂ ਤੇਰੇ ਨਾਲ ਪਗਾਉਂਦੀ ਯਾਰੀਆਂ ਮਾਪਿਆਂ ਨਾਲ ਲੜ ਲੜ ਕੇ ਤੇ ਮੈਂ ਤੇਰੇ ਨਾਲ ਪਗਾਉਂਦੀ ਯਾਰੀਆਂ
ਮੈਂ ਕਿਹਾ ਜੀ ਕਿੱਦਾਂ? Welcome back, and this is the incredible Singh. Thanks for keeping up with the live cast here. So in the first segment or the previous segment I was talking about cures for cancer, and there's some conspiracies that are out there. The pharmaceutical companies just want to keep pressing and making money in terms of all the research that they're doing. You know, I want to talk about something else here now. So in the last maybe few weeks or so, few months, I've been chatting about how anxiety within myself, I get it randomly at different times. And the talk about utilizing marijuana as a cure for cancer, there's already so many things that have been proven that it helps reduce the moments of anxiety. It helps you keep calm. It helps with nausea, helps with glaucoma, helps with all these different random things. So now it's got me thinking, because now I have one of those ailments where it's becoming a little bit more prevalent. It was quite strong many years ago, but I was able to combat it. But it feels like it's almost like it's coming back to a little bit more stronger degree. So now I'm thinking, I know for a fact that I don't want to take any anxiety medication, because it basically, the one pill that I ever took, I didn't like the feeling. It made me very numb. I didn't like it, so I don't want to, get myself involved with that. And for the first time in my life, I'm actually considering utilizing marijuana now. So a couple of buddies, they've been swearing by it for years and years and years and years and years. And they're like, Rick, you got to do it. You have to try it. I guarantee it'll make you feel good and this and that, the other. And honestly, like the secondhand smell, like it just makes me want to vomit. Like it's just nasty. It's disgusting. I don't like the smell. But now, like, I'm just kind of thinking about it. Those times when when we were around each other during that time, I actually felt like for the next few days, I felt like a little bit more relaxed. It's really, really weird now that I'm thinking about it now. So it's, what can I say? It's one of those things that I'm actually considering now. Whether I'm actually going to do it or not is a different story, because I'm very big on not inhaling things, very big on not taking any drugs or abusive properties. Already don't like taking any type of pill unless I absolutely have to for recovery purposes. I just don't like the feeling, like some of the tastes. It's just very disgusting, very gross. The side effects are enormous when it comes to different types of drugs that are being used. So, now that this is kind of coming to fruition here, now I'm actually on the cusp of maybe I should, maybe I shouldn't. So that's something that's really bugging me, whether I'm gonna be getting involved with that now. But definitely hit me up, theincrediblesingh@hotmail.com. Let me know what you think I should do. So if you've never had it before, I want to hear from you. If you're against it, I want to hear from you. If you're for it, then I want to hear from you as well. People who do it regularly, who are medically doing it, or people doing it recreationally, definitely let me know how you're doing it, why you're doing it. If you think that it's something I should try, and go from there. But yeah, absolutely, it's nothing that I'm going to take lightly, because, like I said, it's I've never in my life have ever been in a position where I was going to do something that's against every ounce of me. So I'm very torn, very torn right now, whether or not this is going to happen or not, especially with the legalization of usage of it. It's not just for medical purposes. It's going to happen in BC. It's going to happen. It's just a matter of time. It's legal in Washington State. It's legal in what's it called? What was the other place? There's some other state in the U.S. there. Obviously in Denmark, it's fine. It's been there for years and years and years and years. So it's it's one of those things that we got to see how that works out to be. But yeah, let me know. I'm the Incredible Singh. I'll be right back.
ਜੰਮਿਆ ਸੀ ਜਦੋਂ ਮੈਂ ਪੰਗੂੜੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਪਿਆ ਸੀ ਰੋਂਦਾ ਵੇਖ ਬਾਪੂ ਜੀ ਨੇ ਹੱਥਾਂ ਵਿੱਚ ਚੱਕ ਲਿਆ ਸੀ ਓਏ ਜੰਮਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ
ਦਿਨਾਂ ਤੋਂ ਮਹੀਨੇ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਗਏ ਯਾਰ ਹੁਣੇ ਥੋੜੇ ਜੇ ਕਮੀਨੇ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਗਏ
ਪਹਿਲੀ ਗੱਲ ਚਾਚਾ ਜੀ ਨੇ ਕੱਢਣੀ ਸਿਖਾਈ ਪਹਿਲੀ ਗੱਲ ਚਾਚਾ ਜੀ ਨੇ ਕੱਢਣੀ ਸਿਖਾਈ ਗਾਲਾਂ ਕੱਢਦਾ ਸੀ ਬਿੱਲਾ ਫਿਰ ਆਮ ਹੋ ਗਿਆ ਸੋਲਵਾਂ ਵੀ ਟੱਪਿਆ ਸਤਾਰਵਾਂ ਵੀ ਟੱਪਿਆ 18ਵੇਂ ਚ ਮੁੰਡਾ ਬਦਨਾਮ ਹੋ ਗਿਆ 18ਵੇਂ ਚ ਮੁੰਡਾ ਬਦਨਾਮ ਹੋ ਗਿਆ
18ਵੇਂ ਚ ਮੁੰਡਾ ਬਦਨਾਮ ਹੋ ਗਿਆ
DJ Flow ਇੱਕ ਹਾਣ ਦੀ ਕੁੜੀ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਯਾਰੀ ਪੈ ਗਈ
ਇੱਕ ਹਾਣ ਦੀ ਕੁੜੀ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਯਾਰੀ ਪੈ ਗਈ ਦੂਜੀ ਚੋਰੀ ਦੀ ਬੰਦੂਕ ਉਹਨੇ ਮੁੱਲ ਲੈ ਲਈ ਦੂਜੀ ਚੋਰੀ ਦੀ ਬੰਦੂਕ ਉਹਨੇ ਮੁੱਲ ਲੈ ਲਈ
ਇੱਕ ਹਾਣ ਦੀ ਕੁੜੀ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਯਾਰੀ ਪੈ ਗਈ
ਦੂਜੀ ਚੋਰੀ ਦੀ ਬੰਦੂਕ ਉਹਨੇ ਮੁੱਲ ਲੈ ਲਈ
ਤੀਜਾ ਦਾਦੇ ਵਾਲਾ ਅਸਲਾ ਲਕੋ ਕੇ ਪਾਲਿਆ ਚੌਥਾ ਯਾਰ ਦੇ ਵਿਆਹ 'ਚ ਰਾਤੀ ਨੀਂਦ ਲਾ ਗਿਆ ਯਾਰ ਦੇ ਵਿਆਹ 'ਚ ਰਾਤੀ ਨੀਂਦ
ਓਏ 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 ਖੂਨ ਡੀਜੇ ਦੇ ਫਲੋਰੇ ਉੱਤੇ ਖਿਲਰੇ ਮੂਵੀ ਬਣਦੀ ਸੀ ਖੜਾ ਸ਼ਰੇਆਮ ਹੋ ਗਿਆ
ਸੋਲਵਾਂ ਵੀ ਟੱਪਿਆ 17ਵਾਂ ਵੀ ਟੱਪਿਆ ਯੈਸ 18ਵੇਂ ਚ ਮੁੰਡਾ ਬਦਨਾਮ ਹੋ ਗਿਆ 18ਵੇਂ ਚ ਮੁੰਡਾ ਬਦਨਾਮ ਹੋ ਗਿਆ
18ਵੇਂ ਚ ਮੁੰਡਾ ਬਦਨਾਮ ਹੋ ਗਿਆ
ਉਹ ਸ਼ਹਿਰੋਂ ਬੋਤਲਾਂ ਲਿਆਇਆ ਗੱਲ ਖੁਸ਼ੀ ਦੀ ਬੜੀ ਉਹ ਸਾਰੀ ਉਮਰ ਰਹੂਗੀ ਯਾਦ ਅੱਜ ਦੀ ਘੜੀ ਉਹ ਫੇਰ ਕੱਢਣੇ ਨੇ ਚੜ ਕੇ ਜਵਾਰੇ ਨੀ ਲੇਬਲ ਬਲੈਕ ਚੱਲਦੀ ਤੇਰੀ ਹਾਂ ਦੀ ਖੁਸ਼ੀ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਨਾਰੇ ਨੀ ਲੇਬਲ ਬਲੈਕ ਚੱਲਦੀ ਹਾਂ ਦੀ ਖੁਸ਼ੀ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਨਾਰੇ ਨੀ ਲੇਬਲ ਬਲੈਕ ਚੱਲਦੀ ਸੁੱਖ ਦੇ ਨੂੰ ਮਸਾਂ ਅੱਜ ਦਿਨ ਇਹ ਆਇਆ ਪੈਂਦਾ ਭੰਗੜਾ ਯਾਰਾਂ ਨਾਲ ਚਾਹ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਉਹ ਲਾਇਆ ਹੋ ਸੁੱਖਾ ਸੁੱਖ ਦੇ ਨੂੰ ਮਸਾਂ ਅੱਜ ਦਿਨ ਇਹ ਆਇਆ ਪੈਂਦਾ ਭੰਗੜਾ ਯਾਰਾਂ ਨਾਲ ਚਾਹ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਉਹ ਲਾਇਆ ਇੱਕ ਤਾਣ ਜੱਟ ਦੇ ਜੋ ਨਾਲ ਖੜਦੇ ਨੇ ਉਹੀ ਮਾਰਦੇ ਫਿਰਨ ਲਲਕਾਰੇ ਨੀ ਲੇਬਲ ਬਲੈਕ ਚੱਲਦੀ ਤੇਰੀ ਹਾਂ ਦੀ ਖੁਸ਼ੀ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਨਾਰੇ ਨੀ ਲੇਬਲ ਬਲੈਕ ਚੱਲਦੀ ਹਾਂ ਦੀ ਖੁਸ਼ੀ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਨਾਰੇ ਨੀ ਲੇਬਲ ਬਲੈਕ ਚੱਲਦੀ ਹੋ ਤੇਰਾ ਕੱਲਾ ਕੱਲਾ ਜਾਨੀ ਮੈਂ ਦਿਲ ਦਾ ਪਗਾਉਣਾ ਵੇਖੀ ਜੱਟ ਹੀ ਬਣੂਗਾ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਘਰ ਦਾ ਪਰਾਉਣਾ ਤੇਰਾ ਕੱਲਾ ਕੱਲਾ ਜਾਨੀ ਮੈਂ ਦਿਲ ਦਾ ਪਗਾਉਣਾ ਵੇਖੀ ਜੱਟ ਹੀ ਬਣੂਗਾ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਘਰ ਦਾ ਪਰਾਉਣਾ ਸਾਰੇ ਤੇਰੇ ਗੁਪਸੇੜਾ ਮੇ ਧਾਰ ਦੂ ਐਵੇਂ ਲੱਗਣੇ ਨੀ ਮੈਥੋਂ ਝੂਠੇ ਲਾਰੇ ਨੀ ਲੇਬਲ ਬਲੈਕ ਚੱਲਦੀ ਤੇਰੀ ਹਾਂ ਦੀ ਖੁਸ਼ੀ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਨਾਰੇ ਨੀ ਲੇਬਲ ਬਲੈਕ ਚੱਲਦੀ ਹਾਂ ਦੀ ਖੁਸ਼ੀ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਨਾਰੇ ਨੀ ਲੇਬਲ ਬਲੈਕ ਚੱਲਦੀ ਸੂਟ ਪੱਟੇ ਵਾਲਾ ਛੱਡ ਜੀ ਨਸ਼ੀਨ ਨੂੰ ਉਹ ਲਾ ਲਈ ਚੁੰਨੀਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਗੋਟੇ ਮਹਿੰਗੀ ਚੀਨ ਮੀਨ ਨੂੰ ਹੋ ਲੈ ਤੂੰ ਸੂਟ ਪੱਟੇ ਵਾਲਾ ਛੱਡ ਜੀ ਨਸ਼ੀਨ ਨੂੰ ਲਾ ਲਈ ਚੁੰਨੀਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਗੋਟੇ ਮਹਿੰਗੀ ਚੀਨ ਮੀਨ ਨੂੰ ਜੱਚਦੀ ਏ ਬਾਲੀ ਲਾਈ ਗੱਲਾਂ ਦੇ ਗਲਾਲੀ ਬਣੀ ਗੱਲ ਤੋਂ ਕਰਾਊ ਕੋਈ ਕਾਰੇ ਨੀ ਲੇਬਲ ਬਲੈਕ ਚੱਲਦੀ ਤੇਰੀ ਹਾਂ ਦੀ ਖੁਸ਼ੀ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਨਾਰੇ ਨੀ ਲੇਬਲ ਬਲੈਕ ਚੱਲਦੀ ਹਾਂ ਦੀ ਖੁਸ਼ੀ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਨਾਰੇ ਨੀ ਲੇਬਲ ਬਲੈਕ ਚੱਲਦੀ ਲੇਬਲ ਬਲੈਕ ਚੱਲਦੀ ਨੀ ਲੇਬਲ ਬਲੈਕ ਚੱਲਦੀ
Welcome back. Thanks for keeping up here with me. I've been looking over the last few weeks of music, and honestly, I'm not really liking what's really coming out. People like Bob B. Randhawa, Lovepreet Dylan, who is this? Preet Harpal. I think that's probably one of the better ones with Harry Anand. That's probably one of the better ones. Some other guys, Sukhman, even Mankirt Aulakh. His track was okay. Chani Nathan, he's come out with the track now. Fateh's come out with some music, and all these different people that are coming up with music and tracks, and another one, Himanshi, that's another track. I mean, it's okay. Like, some of the music is good. It's okay, but nothing that's really making me go, wow, like this is it. Hence the reason why I picked the Deep Jandu style, which has come out a couple of weeks ago. And I was saying in there that Deep Jandu has really stepped up. He's done a lot of stuff. He's putting out a lot of quantity, but at the same time, I think he's putting out a lot of quality as well. So I don't know what you think, but there's a lot of stuff that he's been doing that looks really good. I mean, if Deep Jandu, Ranjit Bawa, and Corby got together, I'd be quite happy with that, to be quite honest. That'd be very interesting collaboration to see that kind of happen. But even Ranjit Bawa, like he's got like good tracks, good music that he's put out in the past. The latest one, I'm not really that much of a fan. To hear Diljit on another angle, Diljit coming out with some new tracks and things like that. He's done a lot already, and I know he's going to continue putting a lot out there going forward. We'll see what ends up happening next in terms of whether he's going to collaborate with somebody in the future or do another album on his own that's not Bollywood-ish or Pollywood-ish. We'll have to wait and see what he's working on. But other people, like they're just not doing anything that I think is that great. I mean, Sherry Man, he came up with some new tracks. I thought they were okay. Nothing that really stands out for me. So, to all the artists, again, this is not to discourage anybody or put anybody down. Everybody's working. Everybody's putting in their time, their effort, their energies. They're trying to be creative. And it's all about the hustle. It's the struggle to get to the top and stay on top. Once you're at the top of the mountain, you've only got one way to go. Once you're at the top, you're only coming down. And then you got to keep clawing your way back up. I mean, you can keep building on top of your mountain or staying where you are. That's definitely a huge feat to be able to get to the top and actually stay there. So Diljit's, like I said, he's been doing that for a long time. Sherry Man, he's been at the top of his game for a while, but I think he's kind of faltering a little bit. Diljit's still up there. Gippy Gurewal, in those last couple of tracks with Carry On Jatatu, he's been doing all right. He's been doing very well. I think this is the number one. I think it's number one for grossing in recent history. So that's actually really good. So big ups to Gippy Gurewal and all the crew that put that movie together, all the music and everything that you do. I definitely want to say for the newcomers that are coming in, you definitely have to have an angle in terms of your quality. You need to put in your dues. And when I say put in your dues, it can't be just like one or two songs. Like, you need to be the most well-rounded individual out there to really make an impact on what we do here today. You need to be able to record in the studio. You need to be able to sing live. You need to be able to entertain. You need to be able to perform no matter what the circumstances. What I find is a lot of artists, they become lazy. They're like, oh yeah, I'm booked. Yeah, don't worry. Like, I'll do it, whatever. And what ends up happening is because their ego gets the better of them, then they actually don't perform as well, or their music selection that they use is not the greatest. The lyrics that they choose are not the greatest anymore. Their ability to sing starts faltering as well. This industry will eat you up and chew you out and spit you out. Chew you up and spit you out very, very quickly. So if you think you can go in and just kind of wing it, that ain't gonna happen. You ain't gonna make it. So definitely you gotta put in your dues, put in the time, put in the energy, keep the hustle strong. Even if you make it, you got to keep the hustle strong. Jazzy B, he's been working for years and years and years. You know why he's at the top? Because he doesn't stop the hustle. He keeps on going. He tries to get better. He tries different things. He's trying to keep up with the market or even set the trend if he can. The lyrics that he uses, the words that he uses them on purpose, because even though some words that he doesn't know the meaning of it, so when he's actually putting out his music, he actually wants people to talk about it and try to learn different vocabulary in the songs that he's using. So, you know, there's a lot to be learned here. So for the newcomers, definitely you got to do your research. You got to do your you got to train your voice. You've got to.
I'm all done my letters.
You're all done your letters?
Yeah.
Good job. Can I see?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll see in a minute. Okay, let me finish this one.
Yeah.
Okay. So my advice is, like I said, you got to keep going. Like you can't sit back. You can't just let other people do your work for you. You got to go out there. You got to do your social media. You got to be interactive. You got to go live. If you want to be in the music industry, then you got to put yourself out there. You got to be available at all times, because that's when people are paying attention. At all times. They have their phone with them at all times. They have computers, they have tablets, they have all these different ways to watch you. And if you're not performing for them on a regular basis, you're not going to get anywhere. That's why these people like YouTube sensations, YouTube stars, Just Rain, Superwomen, that's where they've gotten to this level where, you know, they're always out there, they're always being recorded, they're always doing something. This other girl, Brown Girl Lifts, can't think of her name right now. So yeah, she's out there. She's done a music video now, or two, or more than that. But she's always on social media. She's always working out. She's always having a good time. She's having a good laugh, making funny videos. She's hilarious. She's like, it's so fun. I don't even know how to explain it. She's a hot Bessie, right? So she's out there, she looks really good and doing her thing, and then she talks and you're like, oh my goodness, where did this Bessie come from? But, you know, she's really ripping it up and doing a great job. So, you know, regardless of whether it's music or you're just being an entertainer, doing comedy bits or whatever, any type of show business type of industry, you gotta be on top of your game. I'm the one, the only, the incredible Singh. I'll be right back.
Burn it up like the summer. She turned me on with a bum diggy diggy bum bum.
You got me like crazy that you calling
with a bum diggy diggy bum bum.
You got me like crazy that you calling Badal hamara dhar gali pagal aaja hamara dhar dhar Badal hamara dhar gali pagal aaja hamara dhar dhar Badal hamara dhar gali pagal aaja hamara dhar dhar Badal hamara dhar gali pagal
Girl, know you want me, then I took you to hold your प्यार वे. You know मेरा bum diggy diggy bum bum.
You got me like crazy, that you calling me.
मेरा bum diggy diggy bum bum.
You got me like crazy, that you calling me. पागल हमारा धार गली पागल, आजा हमारा धार घा धार घा. पागल हमारा धार गली पागल, आजा हमारा धार घा धार घा. पागल हमारा धार गली पागल, आजा हमारा धार घा धार घा. पागल हमारा धार गली पागल. Oh baby, give me one more dance, one more dance, one more dance. Oh baby, we can make it last, make it last, make it last.
Keep it going, baby, just like that. Get your body like an hourglass. To the left, to the right, everybody in the club. Diggy diggy bum bum. I wanna see you, I wanna see you, I wanna see you whine like Rihanna. Get all up on the bum diggy diggy bum bum. She burn it up like the summer. She turn me on with a bum diggy diggy bum bum.
You got me like crazy, that you calling me.
Bum diggy diggy bum bum.
You got me like crazy, that you calling me. पागल हमारा धार गली पागल, आजा हमारा धार घा धार घा. पागल हमारा धार गली पागल, आजा हमारा धार घा धार घा. पागल हमारा धार गली पागल, आजा हमारा धार घा धार घा. पागल हमारा धार गली पागल,
सामने रहनी है जान कट लेनी है सामने रहनी है जान कट लेनी है नच ले मेरी बाहां विच भर ले मेरे साहां विच ओ सामने रहनी है जान कट लेनी है सामने रहनी है जान कट लेनी है नच ले मेरी बाहां विच भर ले मेरे साहां विच ओ मैं तेरा तू मेरी साथों है जग बेगाना जे मैनू मिल जावे हो जावांगा दीवाना हो जग तो है तू सोनी जग तो है तू अनजानी तेरे बिन जीना नहीं मेरे दिल दी ये रानी हो कोल तू बह जानी बोल कुछ कह जानी कोल तू बह जानी बोल कुछ कह जानी लगदी है तू मस्तानी मैनू तू भुल ना जावी ओ सामने रहनी है जान कट लेनी है सामने रहनी है जान कट लेनी है नच ले मेरी बाहां विच भर ले मेरे साहां विच ओ अखियां तेरियां जादू है कीता ऐसा बाहां तेरियां काबू है कीता ऐसा तेरे बिन साने सुकदे सुपने आंदे तेरे मुकदे रोकियां लफज ना रुकदे मैं तैनू इन्ना चाहना जिंद में वारी वे इश्क विच हारी वे जिंद में वारी वे इश्क विच हारी वे तू किते रुल ना जावी होरां ते डुल ना जावी ओ सामने रहनी है जान कट लेनी है सामने रहनी है जान कट लेनी है नच ले मेरी बाह
right, guys, that brings me to the end of the show. Thank you so much for listening in here. I'm just going to finish off by letting you know that I'm going to stop posting on SoundCloud now going forward. My subscription has run out, and I was looking at whether or not I'm going to continue renewing the subscription. I do this for free. It's just for my personal thing. So, you know, I post on lots of different platforms, so you can definitely hit me up, like I said, on all the different social media platforms. The show actually does get posted on Mixcloud as well. That's where I'll probably start posting on a regular basis. I'm also posting the show on YouTube too. So there's still lots of free avenues to view the show. With SoundCloud, it's going a little bit more corporate. They want you to subscribe and things like that. So I want to still continue offering the show for free. So by doing that, I'm going to start changing up the platform and how I'm going to do that there. So, you know, hopefully you guys are okay with that. If not, again, let me know. Hit me up on any of the social media platforms. I'm the one, the only, the incredible Singh. Thank you so much. Peace out, you guys.